So you know Representative James Clyburn, the one that Bernie Sanders say he liked his 10, 20, 30 plan, but that plan at the end of the day doesn't benefit black folks at all. But that's the one that Bernie Sanders liked. We talked about that. Now, this same guy has been approached by a brother in the community to talk to him about reparations. I want you to hear his response, but let's really have a conversation about reparations based off of what Clyburn is going to say.
If you wait on cash payments to come out of reparations, you're going to wait forever. It's not going to happen. So what you got to do, let me just talk. Don't put that in my face.
Why are you touching me?
Okay, all right. I'm going to leave you alone.
Cut the check. Tell Nancy Pelosi to cut the check.
Yeah.
You do that for me?
She's the treasurer.
Cut the check. Somebody better cut the check.
Well,
reparations are owed, sir.
Talk to the
ADOS. You're not going to run away from this issue, Congressman.
Oh, I'm not trying to run away from it.
It seems like you are. You're walking away right now.
Oh.
Cut the check, Congressman. Cut the check. Okay. ADOS, you're not going to walk away from this, Congressman. ADOS is everywhere. Cut the check.
What happened to you this morning, young man? You didn't get your breakfast on time. What is going on with you? You didn't get your breakfast on time.
I got plenty of breakfast.
Well,
you can tell, right?
Let's talk about it.
All right.
Let's do some social work.
So as expected, Clyburn will say no. And I know the brother told him ADOS. I know the brother told him cut the check. I get all that. But let's talk about reality. Reality, as I stated before, and I'll keep saying this, America owes the black community. Reparations is to repair the black community. You took away the land. You took away homes. You took away businesses. You destroyed all these things. We need to be restored so we can do good on our own. So we won't have a wealth gap of 200 plus years to catch up with white wealth. So that has to be corrected. But we can't keep fighting with these civil rights Negroes. We can't keep fighting with other people in the Democratic Party or whoever else. You have to say, okay, you don't want to do reparations. Fine. You don't have to do it. No problem. What you're supposed to do, people, is take down names. For instance, Representative James Clyburn out of South Carolina. Okay, now he's on the list. Who are we going to send to run against James Clyburn when he comes up for re-election? That is the next step. Get James Clyburn out of Congress. Get every last one of them out. You ask them all a simple question. Hey, do you support reparations, cash payments? Well, I don't know about that. Oh, okay, you getting on the list too. And get them all on the list and have some viable people run that's going to push the agenda. Now, I understand reparations is part of it, okay? But you have to run candidates, and you have to put money behind them, because it's great to talk about this online. It's great to spread the content. Great. But you're going to have to do some work outside of the internet to get these things done. But to get reparations, you're going to have to get a bill passed and go through the process to get it. But if we don't have no one inside in Congress or Senate, whatever, that's speaking up and fighting for what our agenda is, then we're going to be going back and forth with these Democrats all the time. I mean, imagine if you could primary a Sheila Jackson Lee, for instance. She's going to put up H.R. 40, John Conyers bill. But at the end of the day, summarizing, it doesn't pay you reparations. All it does is give you a commission to study it. I mean, what's the part of studying it? Enough people have studied it. It's time to go ahead on and start distributing those resources. But this is the things that the Democratic Party will do to black Americans because they believe you're stupid. That's kind of what it is. They believe you're stupid. They believe that they don't have to respect you. They talk to you any kind of way. When you demand something, just pay attention to how they're talking to you. Their celebrities are talking to you crazy. Everybody talking to you crazy, but they don't talk to nobody else crazy like that. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you make the statement, well, hey, if you don't give me nothing, I'm going to sit at home election day. I'll let Trump get in there. Oh, they want to say that you support Trump and you want to vote for Trump. And, you got failed rappers, that's putting everyone's name in their mentions. I mean, just an extremely failed rapper that's typing ADOS is trash. I mean, that it's sad when you are a failed rapper and you have relegated yourself to a Twitter troll. That's sad. I mean, if you wasn't a failed rapper, then you would be producing the next great artist, and then you'd be, collecting checks from that. But when you're a failed rapper and you can't do nothing with yourself, and your album sales, suck, you're not doing anything anymore, you relegate yourself to just trolling people on Twitter. I mean, that's very, very sad. People know who I'm talking about. That's always on Twitter, and they so invested with a blue check mark. But like I said, they're an extremely failed rapper. But you got to get candidates to run. For example, the Justice Democrats, what they done? They are the ones behind Ilhan Omar. They're the ones behind Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Ayanna Pressley, Rashida Tlaib. They're the ones behind them. Understand that. They look for them. They put money behind them, and then that's how that went. So they got elected. Now they're pushing their agenda. If you go to the Justice Democrats website, this Green New Deal that Cortez is talking about, that's on their website. That's their agenda. So just as much as the Justice Democrats had to do that because they don't really agree with the current Democratic Party, but they still want to call themselves Democrats, and that's fine. We need to do the same. If we're not going to do the same, then we're not going to be in a position to get any kind of reparation. Not from these people. It's just not going to happen. We talking about the black people in Congress. We ain't talking about the other side. We talking about just the CBC. The CBC rather focus on everything else but issues in the black community. And our issues is also bigger than reparations. We have issues in the schools. We have issue with hate crimes. We have issue with the police. We have that the FBI is not reporting hate crimes for the second year in a row, talking about to the public, under Trump. So there's things like that the public need to know, because we know these hate crimes are on the rise constantly. We're the victim the most out of hate crimes. So there's a lot of things that we need to talk about. We need to talk about getting grants and loans to businesses, the discrimination that's in the banks. How is it a black person can get a $60,000 car loan, but they can't get a $60,000 small business loan? I mean, things like that needs to be addressed also, but we don't have no members in Congress to address those issues because they're addressing everything else but that. And then when it comes to reparations, they want to play games with you. Some of them may say, oh, yeah, I believe in reparations, but no, they're pissing on your leg and telling you it's rain. Those Democrats now don't want no reparations. They're going to have to be put in a position where they will have to be forced to, for one, either by getting them primaried or letting them just constantly lose elections. That's the two ways you're going to get at the Democratic Party. It's just that simple. And any black person that's defending the Democratic Party, I'm going to say this because, they say anytime that someone speak up against them, you must be some sort of agent. No, I actually believe you're more of an agent than anyone else because you want black people to stay asleep. You want black people to have the white man's proverbial foot on our necks because, we're not getting nothing out of the Democratic Party at all. I don't care what party you're defending. We ain't getting nothing out of now one of them. So you're an agent and you sitting up here telling us we was wrong for talking about the Democratic Party. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to stay asleep and you want to feel good about yourself that you can just go vote, go do that. I mean, that's fine. But to those of us that have respect for ourselves and respect for our community, we want something out the deal, or we just not going to vote for nobody. That's just it. You can just vote locally, and that's just how it's going to have to be. And on top of that, we need to primary people like James Clyburn. So who's going to run in South Carolina? Since we're talking about James Clyburn, who? I mean, somebody needs to step up to the plate, and whoever steps up to the plate to run, they put their name in the hat. Hey, they need to start putting up, ways to raise funds. And if we are serious about getting James Clyburn out, then we all need to start donating. Black community, no matter what we need, we all got to put up or shut up. That's the way it works. Period. You can't get nothing done without money. It's just that simple. You can't get candidates in office without money. We can't get schools started without money. We can't have media outlets without money. We can't have record labels without money. We can't open up our own grocery stores without money. And the black community has money. We just don't appropriate the money where it needs to go. That's why we have the issues and problems. Trust me. And we focus our attention on certain things, and we've done it in the past. We focus the attention on a candidate that could run against Clyburn, right? a candidate that pushes the complete agenda of what we want in the community. Trust me, if Clyburn lose and he would go back and say, wow, man, I messed up. I should have been agreeing with reparations. That's how you got to do these civil rights Negroes, because they don't respect us. They got their little position in white supremacy and they're happy and they don't care about the rest of you. They're fine. They're getting their government check. They're getting their free government health care. Everything good for them. We are the ones suffering. Well, leave me a comment on those things about the situation with Representative Clyburn, but we have to take the message off the internet. The internet is great, but we got to take the message all over the country and making political moves with the message.